Welcome to Bearish. We're not financial professionals, and this is not financial investment advice. Enjoy the episode. All right, Jared, what's on the agenda for today?
All right, we got how we think the market, or why we think the market is acting, how it's acting. We got Robinhood IPO. We have Mr. Beast investing in influencers. Looks like he watched our episode, thought of something. Microsoft acquiring Discord, and Tesla versus Volkswagen.
I got Volkswagen.
Hold on. We'll get into that. Fuck it. We'll start with it first. Tesla versus Volkswagen.
For what reason?
Logan, you got Volks.
Just infrastructure.
Do you guys know who Volkswagen owns?
About the whole world.
I think I told you,
in
Max.
Germany.
Zero clue.
Volkswagen owns
I don't know if it's Volkswagen,
Bugatti.
but like whoever owns it owns like all of them.
Volkswagen owns Bugatti, Lamborghini, Porsche,
Mercedes.
Bentley, Audi.
I'm pretty
It's
sure
insane.
Mercedes
But the
is in
thing
there.
about
They own all
that,
those.
Teslas are more affordable. So if they go into the EV market, who's buying an EV Lamborghini? People buy a Lamborghini
I'm not
because
saying
of the
I'm
engine.
not saying that. I'm not saying they're gonna make Lamborghini EVs, but
Volkswagen
Volkswagen
will,
in
yeah.
itself, they will.
I see.
they will-
Okay, I see
they
what you're
will
saying.
make
I see what you're
EVs.
saying.
I was just saying. The
Okay,
they're
companies
big.
They own.
I was about to say,
They're
who is
huge.
buying a Lamborghini with
Massive.
an electric? Like, it wouldn't even make any noise. It would. Yeah, it'd be sick, but like people buy that thing because it's
Yeah.
quick and it sounds good.
Yeah, true.
And they're not buying it because it's like,
But
oh, it's
Audi-
good on gas.
Audi's
Yeah.
coming out. Audi's coming out with an EV.
That would be sick.
They already
Everyone's
are.
gonna come
They're coming
out
out
with
with
that
one.
EV.
Yeah, as they should.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
but
normal.
Volkswagen.
It's literally just gonna be normal.
What do I have written down? A Tesla analyst for one of these fund research things, whatever. A Tesla analyst said he believes Volkswagen is going to overtake Tesla this year, like in sales.
For just
2021
EV.
this year.
They probably can.
For
Oh
EV, yeah.
my gosh.
Volkswagen, they said they believe they're going to sell 1 million EVs this year,
See-
while Tesla 750,000. Now those could change. Like those
Wait,
numbers could
does
change.
I didn't
but
even
as of now,
exactly. That's what I was gonna say. I didn't even know Volkswagen had an EV
They're
car.
gonna just pop out mid-May and then all of a sudden sell a milli. That's pretty bold.
couldn't tell you.
But also, okay. Another thing is
Look it up. Keep talking. I'll look it
they
up.
have like Volkswagen is sold in so many countries. I don't know about Tesla,
Everywhere.
but I'm pretty sure it's mostly American based, right? Or is that incorrect? I'm not sure.
I couldn't tell
No,
you.
no.
to be honest.
Tesla's in
they're
Europe as
available.
well.
Well, they have like
And
Germany.
they're in
Well,
Asia.
I mean, yeah, they have
No, they're-
factories overseas.
Mm.
They're international, but they're not obviously at the scale that Volkswagen is and has been for a much longer
Right.
time. You know, that's why when we saw that Tesla only put out, 500,000... Jared, did you say 500,000 cars they sold in 1 year? And then... or something like that. It was minuscule compared to a lot of other companies, but they made more money.
Yeah.
I think GM I think it was you were comparing GM, but they make way less cars, and so their infrastructure is much younger. But despite that, at least it looks like Volkswagen can do it. I said that they probably can do this because their infrastructure is much better and more
And
mature.
they're way more affordable.
You know what? Honestly, yeah, affordable, better all around. It doesn't seem like Elon's main
I wouldn't
priority.
say better. I wouldn't say better all around.
Well,
I'd
what
just
it-
say more affordable.
Yeah.
Okay, more affordable then. It doesn't seem like
Yeah.
Elon,
I mean, it depends.
Elon's main priority is Tesla, though. You know what I'm saying? He has a lot of things going on, and it seems he has a lot of side gigs going on, but this one seems like it takes the back seat to his Mars travel or space travel or SpaceX. It doesn't seem like
SpaceX.
it doesn't seem like it's as high on his priority list. He's building tunnels in California. Like it seems like more. He seems like a bigger minded, than Tesla, a car company. You know.
So to clarify, in an interview, he said that he only spends about 2%, maybe 3% of his time actually on that boring company, the tunnel digging company.
Oh, really?
50%. He splits his time half and half between Tesla and SpaceX. Okay. So I would say actually that Tesla is in his front view. And so he is spending a lot of time on it. But I think I see what you're saying in that maybe we could say that at least he did his job in accelerating it. Maybe if Elon hadn't come around, these other EV companies probably wouldn't have gone through it fast enough because of the success he's been having with it.
Yeah, it honestly just seems like he has fun with it. He's like, oh, we have like he did the whole battery thing.
Seems that way.
He makes the crazy battery that's revolutionary, and he's like, oh, let's make
He
let's make dog mode.
throws a baseball into
Yeah, like it's like
Doge mode.
window.
It's literally it's Doge mode. You know, it's like it's just like having fun with it. It's not even like it's some kind of serious thing for him. He's like, oh, and then people catch on. They're like, oh, I love the car because it has Doge mode. And all of a sudden, it's like
That's why it's
he's
so
one big
easy
meme.
to.
He just
Yeah, that's
is.
why it's so easy and so fun to invest in Tesla because you are investing in Elon Musk as well.
Yeah, it's
And
just
he's
like
such a fun
sense.
guy.
Yeah,
He's such a
it's-
good guy.
he is.
great guy.
It's unique to see him bounce around to his different whatever gigs he has going on, and especially through Tesla, he just because it's the most relevant, it's the one that people are keeping up on the most. It just really seems like he has like fun with it more than anything else.
Yeah. I think the
All
only
right, guys.
thing
I've been looking for this Volkswagen thing. It looks like they have an ID.4, which is their first electric car from Volkswagen.
Already out.
Cannot find anything. I don't know. I cannot find anything about whether they're out or not. I'm kind of just browsing or just scrolling through real fast. But from this analyst, he believes Volkswagen, and I think Volkswagen even said it, 1 milli 2021.
Even if they didn't.
And when you look at the price,
We're
man,
third or fourth through the year.
Volkswagen
Zero.
is priced at $32 a share.
What's their ticker?
Tesla ended VWAGY.
How do you spell that?
VWAGY.
Oh, I've actually never been seeing it on the market.
No.
I've never looked at it.
They're $32 a share. Tesla $640. It's kind of. I mean, like Logan said, I got Volkswagen. Although I feel like we like to shit on Tesla, but we don't. Like we like Tesla, but just damn.
It's kind of
at
just
that
going
price.
back to what
Like,
you
come
said.
on.
I like how you say it. Like their price exactly how they should be 5 years from now.
It's almost like a
Yeah, it's
sophisticated
ahead of
GME.
itself.
Like it has stuff to back it up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not just like GME
Yeah.
is terrible. Like Tesla's not in any way. It's just like a more sophisticated one. I guess is the best terminology for
I'm
it.
pretty sure they're actually profitable though. They make they
Right, but
generate
it was at
They
revenue.
are.
900
They
like a
became-
month
yeah.
ago, and now it's down
Yeah.
$300. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just
It's just a little overvalued.
let's ride the wave.
And it's still overvalued. And it's got to go down by fucking $400 for me to buy back in.
Yeah,
Same.
that is same. Yeah,
I bought it at 650 and then it went up a little and then I sold it and it went down to like 500.
Tesla's going to grow. It's going to be huge, but I'm not buying at $600. I'm not buying at $400. Not a car company. And I know they do more than that, but I still can't. I can't bring myself to it.
what's Bitcoin at?
Sorry.
Has anyone been looking at it? I haven't looked at it in a while.
50k.
Freaking stupid.
Even?
Yes, around there.
So it's dropped 10 from its
It
high.
has dropped a lot.
I haven't even heard anything about it in the past like 2 weeks, so that's why.
I can't. Bitcoin's annoying, dude. I can't.
It doesn't make sense. It was at like 30
Yeah,
a
so-
month or two ago, and people were like, it's way too high, it's going to drop, and now it's up 20 grand more. Like, what the fuck?
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's all the rich people, though. None of us are buying Bitcoin. Like, imagine. I just can't. That's like companies and institutions buying into that, making it go like that. Like, no, the public isn't buying Bitcoin, and if they are, it's like $100 worth,
Yeah.
$1,000 worth, not even close to one.
Trying to help it, you know? Trying to help it along its way. Dude,
Yeah.
we're all doing our part.
All right, let's talk about how the market has been acting this
Awfully
week.
shitty. Terrible.
The
Does
best
anyone have
way
any
the
other
best
words?
way to describe it is the way that Dill said it
Nonsense.
last night. He was like, "This is not a fun market to trade in right now."
It's almost one to just sit on the sidelines and just be like,
That's what I've been doing
let it
for
ride.
a
Jared's
year
market.
now.
Yeah, but now more than ever. Like a couple, like 2 months ago,
Yeah.
it wasn't like that. It was a bull market a month ago, like an obvious bull market. Like about,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
you know what I'm saying? Now it's just like
Yeah.
it does whatever.
It's traded.
It was up
I
300
looked at it
points and then,
today
and then it finished red. Like what? Doesn't make any
Well,
sense.
today it was down 300 points, then it finished up 199.
Right? Like it just there's no rhyme or rhythm to it now. It's just doing what it wants.
No. But like when you're looking at it, it just seems like following it day to day, it seems like it's getting shit on. When in reality, this past week, it has the Dow, S&P, and NASDAQ has quite literally traded sideways.
Right.
Like, up 100 or down 100. Like, it hasn't moved, really.
I'm pretty sure while the Dow and NASDAQ the NASDAQ's dropped, the Dow has rise in the past month. Am I correct on both of those? NASDAQ.
The past month?
Yeah, I said the past month.
No, probably.
I'm pretty sure that's correct. I think the S&P is kind of steadily risen, whereas the other ones are kind of like shifting. You see a red day and you see a green day. But I'm pretty sure the S&P has been somewhat steady, or at least more steady than the other ones. I don't know the rhyme. I don't know the reason for that, but that's what it's seeming like.
I don't know. I didn't check the monthly thing. But it's been weird recently. We've been saying go to the cyclicals, go to the banks, go to the airlines, and those have been getting shit on more than anything.
Trust me. I know. As soon as I listened to you, it was just, bro. If you look at the graph of NASDAQ and tech, I got in at immediately when it started going down, and then I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna be smart. I'm gonna go to cyclical. The businesses are reopening. Life is starting again. And then as soon as I got into that and sold tech pops and cyclical goes down, I'm like, sick.
There's no way to read this market at all. We were saying big market rotation out of tech into cyclical. Cyclical's getting fucked.
Fucked.
Not really sure what's going on there.
Everything's just getting fucked right now. Don't really know.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's weird.
because Biden tripped up the stairs. We don't
And
really
that
know.
leads us into our next section.
Great.
Mr.
Love that,
Joe
Max.
Biden.
I didn't mean to do
tripping up steps, forgetting
Max
how to talk.
presented.
Not a good look.
Max presented a question in our group chat today. First he had to roast our president real quick. Send it a screen recording of him forgetting how to speak English. Max said, if Biden were to step down because he's old, will the market crash?
Jared said a
Would the
strong
market
no.
crash? I'll go last because it's not a strong no, but I'll go last.
Okay, I'll put it this
What's
way.
a crash? How much is a crash?
Yeah,
30%
that
or
is
more?
true at that point.
20 or 30%, right?
No, 20 is a bear market. It'd have to be 30. or 40.
No, I wouldn't see it dropping that much. Jesus.
Okay.
Oh my
I didn't know
gosh.
it was represented by a 50% decrease.
Yeah, correction's 10 to 15. A bear market's 20
I could
from its
see
high,
it.
and then a
I
crash
could
is
see it
30,
going
40.
There'd be a
10,
sell-off.
10 to 15.
Right.
Yeah.
I would say that, but at the same time, with the way it's been moving, like, good news is bad news for the market, and bad news is good news for the market for some odd reason that's been going on right now.
Dude,
It's
no clue what's going on.
It's like, hey, we're reopening, but airlines just don't want to do good. You know, like
Don't reopen. Reopening's bad. Like, no.
we don't like that. You know, like it actually doesn't make any sense. But I believe there would be a sell-off, not a crash. I didn't know a crash was is described as a 40 to 50%. I didn't know it was that much.
30. It's somewhere 30 to 50.
That's a lot.
50's huge.
At
It would not
least
drop
30%.
I would.
Yeah, at least. There you go. At least.
I would
30.
say a sell-off just because America is arguably one of the. Well, I don't even say it's arguably. I think it is one of the most looked at countries across the world.
Yeah.
And if your president steps down, I just don't think that's very good news. And it would also be historic of a black woman coming in. So that is also another.
That could be good
factor
news
to bring in. Yeah, I'm not
And
saying it's
South
bad news at
Asian.
all. I'm saying like it would be different than anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like how the market reacts, it would be interesting because it'd be like multiple things happening at once.
Jared had a good point, though, and I think he's right about this. Like, they both have the same policies. They ran under the same ticket. If they switched, you could also make the argument that she is younger. She is stronger.
That is very
she
true.
has
That is very true.
she is more
Might be
capable and can take on the stress. And so maybe it would be a sign of strength that she would come in.
That is very
if
true,
that were to
actually.
happen. So you could make the argument both ways. Actually, even more so in her case. Might be
Right,
very
that's what I was
optimistic.
saying. I wasn't saying the market was not gonna sell off. I'm just saying it's gonna be the same. It's just gonna be a younger person who's, like Mike said, maybe even could be better because of how much younger she is. Like, you don't know.
Right.
No, I don't think the market
How-
would
how
crash.
old
But
is he?
if Joe
I think
Biden were to step
overall
down,
it's just
he's
a bad
78.
look that like that's who
Yes.
we had to vote in just based on who was in before, and then we've got a guy who can't even speak, and then like he steps down
And trip
and
up
the
the
whole
stairs.
world's like, oh, okay. Yeah, dude, the stair
He is
tripping
a-
was
I mean, he is
like that was way worse than forgetting how to speak, because I do that.
And you know what's fun? Right. You know what's funny about that? America just does not care so much that it was within hours there was memes all over the board of just like, God, this is our president. Let's put him
But
in a damn stair
tripped.
thing that just elevates him up. And
I thought he was joking.
But that's
I
what's
thought he was
so
trying to
dumb.
make a joke
No,
out of
I
it by
s-
doing it like more than once. But then he was
At one
dead
point,
No, I
like-
think he
serious.
tried to recover. I think he
And he
tried to
hurt
recover
himself.
too quickly.
he like
Yeah.
started grabbing his shin.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh shit, that actually hurt." Like, and then you see him get to the top, and he turns around and like salutes. And it's like, "I'm sorry, you guys had to witness that. Let me go into my plane." It's just like,
But like,
I
it's
get a
just
trip,
crazy
but
how
then it
they
was a
just
trip,
covered that
and
so
touched his knee.
quickly.
right?
It's so dumb. Like the whole across the media spectrum, they just hounded on that one thing. All day, it was so dumb. It was like anyone could trip if they fall up the stairs.
Hey,
Right.
hey,
Just because he's
Mike,
old
how
in the
you-
context of him being old,
Mike,
they want to make a big
Mike,
deal
you
about
like
it.
to play. Mike, you like to play devil's advocate. I'm gonna play it right now, and I'm
Oh,
not.
go for
I don't
it.
care about politics. I could not give a flying fuck
I
about
would have to agree
politics.
with
We're
that.
just making
Let's
fun
just-
of.
yeah.
We made fun of Trump last episode. We're gonna make fun of Biden this episode. If Trump fell like Biden did, he would be everywhere.
Exactly. It doesn't matter
Everywhere,
who.
dude. Times 10. Times 10.
Probably because
Those memes would be crazy.
because then you
so
want to
funny.
grab a person who's even on a higher pedestal. You want to pull them down even further. So anyone who is
Yeah.
on a high pedestal, if they
Yeah.
do something that it makes them look bad, you're gonna want to report on it and
Right.
like really make a big deal
Right.
about it. So I feel like it could
Yeah.
happen to anyone. to be
Besides the stock market, the memes were absolutely impeccable. They were-
glorious.
10 out of 10 memes.
They were Mario Kart throwing a banana, and then flipping. It was,
No
saw-
way.
I saw Trump tee off and hit him in the head with a golf ball, and then they just fucking replayed it 3 times. It's like, who sits
Speaking
there
of
and does
Trump,
that?
just to get into Trump real quick, did you guys see that he may be making his own like social media platform so we can get back on social media?
I saw
isn't
that.
there already something for conservatives? That's like
Parler.
yeah.
Pretty
But
sure
I
they
think
took
it's
it down.
Okay, then
Yeah,
he's about
because
to
it
come
was a
back in
bit
and make one.
much. It was
He's a
bit
he's
much.
a
It was
businessman, bro.
bordering on-
He's just gonna make money off this now. Like this is almost
get-
like perfect for him. He gets kicked off of regular social media, so he makes his own. He's like, thank you.
Bro, I don't know.
It's like-
I don't,
All of his
I don't
supporters
understand
will-
that. I
will
feel like
sign
that's
up.
wrong.
Yes, they will.
You see shit on social media every day that you're like, that's questionable whether that should be allowed. Like, it's
That's very true.
tough.
Yeah, kicking off the president. I'm surprised.
nuts.
Speaking of that, I'm surprised Twitter and Facebook didn't like take.
I
a hit.
know.
Like you didn't hear anything
Or
about
they
it.
moved on.
You didn't
Yeah.
hear anything about
Yeah.
it.
That's what's
Yeah, Mr. President, you're not allowed to be on here anymore. Sorry about that.
that's
Like,
what's
wait, what?
lovely about free apps is that it doesn't matter because it's free
Yeah.
and it's so easy to
That's
use
true.
and your life is completely attached to it in every single facet. Like I was talking to my mom like probably a month ago. I was like, Mom, have you thought about getting off of Facebook? And she's like, no, it's like how I get in touch with all my friends. It's not going to take a hit. People have so much vested into or invested into these platforms in terms of like their social lives and their pictures and stuff that it's almost impossible for them to take a hit unless something like Cambridge Analytica happens. Like again, even then, there's still hundreds of millions of users on these platforms and they don't care. Anyway, Max
I'm gonna
is
paint a
having
picture.
Yeah, go for
I'm
it.
gonna paint a picture real quick.
Go for it.
So, some of this has already happened. Trump off Twitter, off Facebook.
Uh-huh.
Trump creates the newest and the best social media platform called
You
Trump
probably won't
Book.
be able to
Ready?
put it on the app store.
Trump Book. He gets all of his supporters on there. Goes #1 to whatever, like Logan. If it doesn't go on the app store, he'll create an app store. Okay, because shoots #1 to that app store.
can't do
Then he'll have to,
And then
then he'll have to create a
becomes
phone.
Trump
And then it becomes an IPO, biggest stock on the stock market. Trump Book.
Book, yeah.
investing.
Yeah. You invest.
Are you in-
Am I investing in Trump Book?
Probably
not.
Probably. I think I'm gonna stay far away from that one.
Yeah.
I would actually love to see the post on that because it would actually be a lot of comical stuff. It'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to see.
The monopoly that these social media companies have is so insane to the point where it's like almost impossible for you to create a social media app that could even rival it, which is the whole
because Facebook will buy you out.
Yeah, that's the whole like premise behind these companies, and that's like all. If you look at all like the startup sort of lingo and descriptions and guides they give you into how to make a startup, it's like you have to find a monopoly and you have to hold on to it. So you're basically making a monopoly, and the reason it's a monopoly is because it's so good you can't like not have it. You have to have it.
There's no point in trying to compete with them.
Exactly, because but here's the trick, and this is the argument that these companies use in court, is that we're not preventing anyone. Yeah. We're not preventing anyone from creating the next best search engine. We're not actively preventing people. Anyone could come around, and if they built something better than us, great, go for it. And that's the legal argument they say.
I feel like that's a fair argument.
But of course, that doesn't. It sounds fair, but then they come back with like, oh, but you're so big. Like,
but what do you want them to do?
Everyone already uses you.
Yeah, because they were
Where
so
does the responsibility lie?
No, but because they were so good, that's why they got so many. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you want them to just suck? Like, what do you want?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Although the practices,
I don't know why.
The practices I was going to say, Jared, that you pointed out with like Mark Zuckerberg, like these emails with the Instagram team, like all that kind of stuff. This is awful. This is anti-competitive for sure. Like you shouldn't be doing that.
I didn't hear
at
about
all.
He doesn't.
I think Jared said
this was when Instagram was
emails saying if you have competition, just buy them.
Who said that?
Yeah. Why have Why compete when you can just buy them? Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Do you think that's bad?
He always screws himself over.
Yeah, that's basically
with,
like admitting
emails.
to a monopoly.
A monopoly. Max.
But the thing
He's
is,
basically saying
they don't have to accept the buyout. They could say no.
Very good point.
That's the legal. I would say that's the legal
but
argument.
they threaten to make a competitor.
They offer them such an insanely high price that they would be stupid. Like that company would be stupid to turn
right.
down.
I mean, I feel like that's good. Then they just made if that's like, oh no, boo-hoo, you made millions.
No, I understand.
Dollars.
I'm with you guys.
But you can take it in a way as like holy shit, Facebook's trying to buy me out. I must be onto something. Let me further this instead of taking the easy way out and just taking the money.
But the problem is that they threaten to make a competitor. So they say, we're just going to beat you if we make our own, so just let us buy you. So they put these people in these really awkward positions where it's like, all right, I either take all of the great money you're going to give me, or I go through hell trying to compete with you. And there's like, this is a discussion during the negotiation. It's really, it's like it's a big company pushing a little company, which
I agree.
It's
hard to say no to trillions of dollars. By the way, you keep on cutting out, so like you'll say something.
Trillions, Max. They're not giving trillions of dollars.
Gazillions.
My couple $100 million.
Zillions. The biggest number you can think of. They're giving.
No, it's smaller.
It's less than that. Max.
Okay, they're giving them $10.
Smaller.
So they're basically saying like
somewhere in between there.
You don't have to take it though. I mean, I don't know. You'd be stupid not to take. What is the correct term?
Yeah.
Millions. Guys, is that okay?
Billions.
You'd be stupid not to take millions. Can be billions, but it's like, I mean, what route do you want? The easy way or the money? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
or
big thing with
hardware,
Facebook though. A big thing with Facebook is when they acquired WhatsApp. It was I think they bought WhatsApp for more than they bought Instagram.
It was $1 billion.
And they don't even monetize WhatsApp. They just bought them so they didn't have to compete with them. That's like part of the problem.
I just think that's
what
fact
they're going after
someone like Facebook is buying you out, they are in the game long enough to know these guys are on to something. And if Facebook were to approach me and said, we are going to buy your company, I'd be like, okay, we're actually a threat to them. Like, we can make something out of what we're doing. That's how I would take it.
Perhaps.
Like, it's almost like a compliment to be approach and like, hey, we want to buy you. Because they view you as a competitor.
Which leads into our next topic about Microsoft trying to buy Discord.
Boom. Love that, Mike. Love that, Mike.
So, impressive. I have a problem with this because it's another example of a big tech company trying to just swallow up another company that's doing a great job. And It's
What if they just?
we're using
Debate.
Discord
What if
right
they
now
just
to talk,
debate.
and it's just
like
it's annoying.
Alright, we invest in stocks because we think it's a good company. Well, in a normal market,
Some of us. Some
we
of
would
us.
invest
We
in
like to
stocks
gamble,
because
is why
we
we
think
invest.
it's a good company, right? What if they just think Discord?
Right.
Obviously, like look at how many users it has. Look at just Wall Street Bet's power due to Discord and the ability to communicate and
And Reddit.
stuff. Right, but mostly Discord because it's live time. You can chat a lot easier than Reddit. And
My
then
question is, what is Discord's threat to
right.
Microsoft?
Well, what if they just think they're a
I
good
guess
company?
I don't get that. What is the threat?
Like, what if they just say, "Hey, Discord's a great company. We see it growing. We want to buy it."
Yeah, is it more? Is
I don't
it buying
think
out?
I don't think they're a threat, Max.
Okay.
I don't
They
think
just-
they're
they
a
just
threat.
want
I
it.
think they just want to add on.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
didn't
like
know
them
what the
trying to
reason
buy
was.
TikTok. Remember when they were trying to buy TikTok? They're trying to expand their market because right now they're in Windows and Microsoft Office. They're trying to expand their market into content creation, into video creation. So that's why.
So instead
they're
of
trying to
making
do
their
this
own,
stuff.
they're like, "Oh, let's just buy the best" type thing.
Yeah.
Oh, you just you keep on cutting out. So on my end, I think you're done. And then
I'm
you
gonna-
come back
I'm
5
just gonna
seconds
nod.
later. It
Yeah,
catches up.
but-
It's like. I think you're done.
But
and
anyway,
then-
that's what it
then
is.
you're not.
Let me leave and come back. Keep talking though. Keep talking.
What was he saying?
He cut out, so I thought he was done.
He was basically just talking
know
about
what you said.
TikTok as well.
Oh,
And
okay.
then,
Well, I was just gonna add on that Microsoft does like own Xbox, you know. So I mean, I think Discord was initially for video game chat. Am I right? Exactly. So it kind of
Ah,
ties in
true.
with that.
I never thought about
Well,
it.
even
Yeah.
if it didn't, I don't understand why
Yeah.
it would be such a big problem if they just thought it was a good company. Like, why could they not?
Yeah.
Well, let's play this
Mike,
scenario.
you had a problem because of Teams, Microsoft Teams, right?
Well, it wasn't really a problem. It was just more like why are you trying to get another like platform that allows you to create channels and talk to each other and voice chat when you already have Teams and you're like building it. But Teams is a solution for the
Yeah,
workplace.
it's so professional.
Whereas Discord is pretty much for everyone,
Exactly.
which is what I've started to
It's
notice.
a different niche.
But let me give you a scenario. So imagine you're probably playing PlayStation or games not on Xbox. But if Microsoft owns the most amazing video game platform ever, or video chat platform ever for gamers, then doesn't that sort of make it slightly biased in a way? I mean, you're sort of forcing the person to use the platform, and it's like Microsoft. I can see how that cannot be the case, but
PlayStation Party.
another
Just
example
talk on the party.
another example I'd like to use is it was something related to Teams. It'll come back to me, but GitHub, for example. Microsoft bought GitHub. GitHub is a platform that lets you host code
Everybody
for
uses
developers. So if I want to, everybody uses it, but then Microsoft bought it.
Didn't
So now Microsoft, the one tech company, owns GitHub, which everyone uses, even
Oh, Microsoft.
like non-Microsoft companies.
Like
So it's
Facebook
kind
and
of it's
Google.
just weird to me. Yeah, they all actually Google doesn't use it. The
They
fun
don't?
fact, they use their own internal version.
Oh.
That's how good
Wait
of
a-
a company they are.
wait a second.
controversy.
But
That's where you're wrong.
it just feels awkward to know that they have some sort of competitive advantage by having.
That's
these
the whole
things.
point,
Well, there's a
Mike.
trend.
You
I know it
want
is,
a
but-
company with a competitive advantage.
But at the price of like everyone's usage, like one company has to own this. Like it just seems like because they're competing, that one company that owns this product and then the other companies use it, it sort of creates a power imbalance.
You think they
Makes
could
sense.
Seems like
affect the
they're
way they
targeting-
use it, maybe? Like the other companies?
I don't think they can do it very obviously, or else they'll get in trouble, of course. But it's still possible.
Yeah.
There is bias. There is
seems like a
potential for
trend.
bias.
That they're buying
Maybe-
companies
Yeah.
that are like communication or
What does he
group
want?
platforms. You know what I mean? Like if they're trying to buy Discord and they bought GitHub, and then they have Microsoft Teams or whatever. Seems like just like they're trying to find communication services in different areas with different target markets, and then they'll eventually dominate the team group sharing platforms, which
The thing
then
about
could
it
be
is-
a problem.
With big
They
tech,
own
you
everything.
just want to get bigger. Big tech wants to get
Right.
bigger. So
I-
they
yeah.
will swallow everyone that they can.
But I guess to my
That will
original
happen
point,
for
you don't
years.
have to. You don't have to be like, okay, I'm going to sell to you.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, next up.
Robinhood is looking to. Go ahead, Logan.
What's
Get
next?
us
up,
into
Next
man?
up is what Jared's
Logan,
about to
what is
say.
Robinhood has filed for an IPO, initial public offering. They want to go public
Short
and be a publicly
it.
traded company.
Short it.
Woo!
Short it.
Oh,
To be honest, I see it doing very well. I see this being swept under the rug, and it really is revolutionary for young investors. Like it just is. It's so simplified.
I put
and
this
so
on.
easy.
I put this on the story. I put this on our story. Would you invest in Robinhood stock? An astounding 86% said no,
Oh, really?
and I was shocked. I
Wow.
was shocked. 86% said no, and here I am. I voted yes, and I was like, "Ew, this is awkward."
This is weird. Okay, but
Because we did
They've been influenced.
have an entire episode shitting
Yeah,
on
but
Robinhood.
it's like
so
we also said we're not using Robinhood anymore, and here we are all on a daily using Robinhood. So
yeah. Hey, you know what? When,
none of us have switched.
hey, when we made that episode, I didn't even think I can't trade on the go now, can I? And boy, do I love fucking swiping away in the car or wherever I am. You know what I'm saying? Like,
When they drop confetti when you make a purchase,
Yay!
confetti falls.
and then they send you a message. You're like, great, and then it's an emoji.
And
like,
it has
it says,
emojis.
"Woo,
Yeah.
you bought the stock."
You're like,
Your
yeah,
order went
I did do
through.
that. Thanks, man.
They make it so fun.
Your year in an overview.
Oh.
You lost $20,000. Yay! So fun.
So there's actually two things about Robinhood and this IPO thing. They're also looking to build their own platform. So us, like regular investors, can buy IPOs. It's not just the big, funds.
That was going to be
The
my
big
question.
firms,
I was
sorry,
going to say
big
no
firms.
on investing based on the fact of what are they going to create. But that would be something very interesting. Like what more are they going to create than
Right,
what they already
because-
have? But that's something.
Right, because right now it's only it goes back to the primary market. This confusing shit. The firms sell it, the banks sell it to the firms, and then the firms sell it to
That
us.
would
But
change the
now
whole game.
we could be buying. Technically, if we were to be able to buy in the IPO, we would have actual ownership in the company. Like right now, technically you do. It's you're buying it from someone else. But now you could be buying it from a bank, which they bought it from the company. So
Huh.
you know what I mean? Like.
They have been.
Could actually be cool.
When you sit back and look at it, they've really been revolutionary in the whole investing game, in the fact that they came out with 0 fees and they were the first one to do that, and then made the whole entire industry turn to 0 fees. And then now they're doing something that was never heard before. And then my dad was telling me you used to have to call somebody, and then the fee was like $50-$60 to make the trade. And it's like you were never trading. You're never swing trading because you would lose money. You're already $50-$60 in the hole. But now when it's there's no fees, and then now on top of this, they're doing something that no one's ever heard of we can invest in IPOs, which is crazy.
Jared, does an IPO
Right.
have to be from a bank to whoever wants to buy it?
Yeah, the company has to go. The company has to get funding from those banks, and then once it, I think the banks send it. I'm not completely 100%. I think the banks send it. They trade it sell it to the firms, and then once the stock debuts on the exchange at a certain time on a certain day, then the firms sell it to us, but the price is already fucking skyrocketed by the time that's
Gotcha.
happened. So, yeah.
Well, that's actually in that case, then maybe fuck what they did a few weeks ago.
Right now, as of last year, their valuation was around 12 million. This year, it's up to 40-50 million.
It will be interesting to see what it'll do just based on the amount of investors that are young like us in the game, and see how that reflects in their price at the beginning. I think eventually it'll level off to like actually what it's worth, but it seems like for the initial start, people be like almost like boycotting it because it's like a cool type thing. Like, screw them, they
I don't
screw
know.
me.
You think you don't think they'll buy it?
Well, I don't know. It's a question of will they not do it at first and then eventually be like, you know what, it's in the past. I was You know, it was years ago.
All right.
I mean, it could go either way.
I mean,
So
if-
group consensus before
But then
we
again,
end.
what
Would you invest?
what do you compare it to though? Like, how do you compare the price? Like, you can compare a tech stock to another tech stock with the price, but like, I can't compare the price of Robinhood stock to TD Ameritrade stock because there isn't.
Yeah,
one.
that is true. That
No.
is. What is that like? Its own industry investing? Well, actually, like trade desk and
Webull.
stuff. You can. Can't you trade? Isn't trade desk like a brokerage?
I don't know what Trade Desk is. Do not ask me,
Oh,
brother.
Then don't call me on that. I thought it was. But you can trade desk.
Cut it.
Cut it. I don't know. I thought there was one company out there that you could invest in, and it was a brokerage. I can't remember which one it is, but I can't remember it right
I
now.
don't know.
I thought you could. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. Maybe we're completely wrong, and maybe there are brokerages that are trading, and we don't know what we're talking about. But
We're
Fidelity, Webull, like these guys are.
they're publicly
I don't
traded.
know if those are. I think Fidelity might be. Fidelity is like an old company, is it not?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Okay,
you
we
could
probably
be
should have
Mike.
looked-
Maybe
we
we're
should-
stupid.
We should
Yeah,
look into
probably
that a little bit more.
Probably should
But
have looked into
Robinhood
it.
is a pioneer. I'd say Robinhood is a pretty good pioneer in this
My-
space, and they have a fairly decent competitive advantage. And I think that 80%, Jared, was just from the media influence because
Wrong.
everyone was ripping them to shreds in the media to get attention for that. Like everyone was. It's crazy.
Yeah.
My heart
Go
says
ahead,
I mean,
no.
Logan.
When
but
you
my
when you
mind
listen,
says yes, maybe.
agreed. I would buy
Yes,
it
maybe.
if it's at a decent price. If it shoots up to $100, like
See,
immediately, I'm not
Yeah.
touching it. But if it's at like $20, bro, I think I might buy it a little bit. I don't know.
Add that to your portfolio.
All right, Max, thoughts?
Robinhood. Imagine trading
Would you
Robinhood
buy?
on Robinhood. That's weird.
If they're doing new stuff like Jared just said, yeah. I mean,
Max, $20, $20 per share. What are you doing?
Are you in or are you out?
I could lose $20. I'd be okay with losing $20.
You're gonna buy one share.
You look at it like that. Yeah, I'm just gonna buy one share.
Now, what about like 50?
Yeah, I'd be okay with losing $50.
What about the triple digits, Max? What are you talking?
I don't know, man.
No, I couldn't do.
Let's do
Well,
it.
we'll
Mike?
see. Who knows?
Questionable.
We'll see.
Yes.
Are you buying?
Oh, am I buying? Sorry, I already made my point. I said it like 2 minutes ago. I said I would totally do that.
Oh, okay.
I think that they're
Logan?
going to do a great job.
Yeah, I said my heart says no, but my mind says yeah, probably.
Okay. Well, ignore the one of the first videos that we had where we said screw Robinhood because we're
Nah, still,
We love
still
Robinhood.
screw
Everyone's back in the
Robinhood.
Robinhood.
We love it.
Still screw
Great
Robinhood.
company.
but we'll throw our money
Great-
into them.
great
and-
company.
Yeah, cool. I guess so.
Just a great app.
They're easy.
Yeah.
We like easy.
I
You
think
know?
that wraps it up,
We
boys.
like easy.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Short and sweet. To the point.
All right, Mike.
Hit him with it.
Cool.
Out is out.
See, when when Logan asked me, Mike, I thought he was asking me to out us out, but he was actually asking me my opinion.
Now
which
is
why
the
I was very
time.
confused.
Your time to
Now is
shine.
the time. Thank you for clarifying. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. If you did, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get push notifications whenever we upload. And don't forget to leave a like on the video. We really appreciate it. If you're listening on audio, don't forget to follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and leave us a rating on Apple Podcasts. It really helps us out. Finally, if you want to talk with us, you want to chat with us, ask us questions, we're on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Discord. So hop on our server. We'd love to chat. All right. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. Talk to you later. Peace.